So we're here from Maleficent, and she is like my top 5. Honestly, she's in my top 2 and she's not number 2. So personally, when we go into this process, ignore my cheeks. I was gonna try and do the harsh cheekbone thing, but it just did not work out the way that I wanted it to, so we're just gonna scrap that. But just go ahead and, you know, mind your business. So we're gonna go in with the shadow, and the shade that we're using is 2 from the Carnival XL Pro palette. So we're basically using the black and the beige. So these are the 2 colors. The black and the beige is above it. You're just going to use those 2 to blend to make a transition shade. So that's basically all it is that you're doing. And then the shade above the beige is the one that will be on our lid. So you don't have to cut your crease. What I've been trying to make sure I do during this Halloween season is every single look that I've been doing, I have been trying to make it as simplistic as possible and kind of avoiding cutting your crease, because I just feel like you don't have to do a cut crease to make every single look good. There are other ways that you can just do makeup and, you know, just make it all work. So that's basically what I'm doing here with the shimmered shade. I think it's kind of like a stone color, and we're just gonna go in and just blend everything out. And that's pretty much all you're going to do when it comes to the shadow. If there's other areas of it that needs to be blended, obviously that's all you're just gonna do, is go in and add the color that you need to make sure it's transitioned and blended well. So once this part of the process is done, the next step that we're just going to be doing is just doing our foundation and highlighting and contouring and just making sure everything comes together. Someone's probably gonna ask me, I bought the headpiece and my shoulder piece off of Amazon. That is where I got it from. So when it comes to foundation, I'm going in and I'm using the tinted serum by L'Oreal, and that's basically what I just went over with my foundation. And then I'm using the Milani in shade 155 and I believe 143 for my highlight. The point of this is making sure that your highlight and your contour stands out, especially on your cheeks. You want it to look like it's so sharp it can cut you. That's basically the mindset you have to go in with. So when it came to me doing my contour, I actually went in with the Juvia's Place concealer in the darkest tone, because that has to be one of the most powerful contouring like concealers I have. So I go through the same process. Like I always say, whenever I'm doing my makeup, I have oily skin, and if I know that I want my makeup to last, I always go over everything that I put cream on, I put powder. I cannot stress that enough. If you have oily skin like me and you always want something to be mattifying so it doesn't seem like you just wasted your time when you did everything, always go over that cream with a powder. It will make a hell of a difference. So I'm just going in with a contortion notebook by the Crayon Case just to do that and just blend everything out. And then we're just gonna go ahead and set our face. I'm using, I believe, the Wet n Wild translucent powder when it comes to setting my face. So that's pretty much what I put under my eyes and just everywhere that I highlighted. So a little goes a long way, and you can always build up obviously as you go, but this is something that I know needs to be harsh, and it just needs to be clear. It needs to be dark and powerful. But basically after this, I'm going to go in again, like I said, with powder, and I'm using the Natasha Denona sculpting and contouring palette. I think it's like a little, it's like my holy grail when it comes to using powder to make sure that I set in any of my highlight and contouring whenever I'm doing it. So I'm just using those 2 just to pack everything in and just bringing it all together. We're gonna just add some lashes, and then we're just going to add a red lip after we just highlight and we spray everything down. It's a very simple look. Make sure that you also take the time that you add your blush. I'm using orange. If you are melanated, let me tell you, this is a gem right here. Orange on our skin tone is so beautiful. It is just beautiful. It is chef's kiss. So basically this is pretty much all I do, and I just take my time, and then I put my headpiece on, and then I did the shoulder pads, and that's basically it. There is nothing to it, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope you guys enjoy your spooky season. And we're coming to an end, and we'll be back to regular programming starting next month. So when it comes to the look, one of the things I do want to say is I went in with 2 shades. Ruby Woo by MAC is always a gem, and I went over my lips with the Fenty and Ruby Woo in the middle. So that's all I did for my looks. But thank you so much for watching and supporting your girl, and I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day.